Good morning, one and all. Welcome back to Red's Homestead. Hopefully today is going to be the conclusion of our very long project of getting the fence line built. The last time we were building the posts and getting them all in place. Everything is done. The only thing that we have left now is the wire. Luckily, I'll have Shannon for this go around. So just a few details about today. What I'm using is woven wire. I'm not using welded wire like I did before because I'm gonna be going up and down a lot of elevations, and this will give me a little bit more flexibility to where I can bend it to where I need it to go. Secondly, what you're gonna be seeing is my kind of DIY homemade fence stretcher. Essentially what it is, it's two of these 2x4s, scrap 2x4s with holes drilled in them about every 6 or 7 inches. What I do is I take two of them and sandwich them on both sides of the wire. Then I take this bolt and clamp them together to squeeze hold of the wire. And then I pull on this. What that does is it's less likely to bend the wire on the actual fencing versus pulling straight on the wire itself. I've got bags and bags and bags of T-post clips. You get them free usually when you buy T-posts. I prefer to use the little dongle things for the clips to be able to wrap them around. And I have some of these right here just to help bend it in some areas where we need to bend the points. And lastly, we've got staples, fencing staples for when we attach to the H-frames with some hammers. More than likely, even with two of us, this is going to take all day. It's about 1,000 feet of fencing that we're going up and down terrain. It's not just pull it straight and attach it. We're gonna have to take a lot of turns and angles. We also won't have a whole lot of room to spare. You can see where that fence line is and where we start meeting brush and debris. I want as much of my property fenced in as possible. I could have came 2 or 3 feet in and made this a whole lot easier, but I'd rather do the hard work now and appreciate it later. I wanted that extra 2 to 3 feet on this side because we are going to end up growing berries all along this fence line. Now, typically building a fence like this, what I would do, especially on a straight run like this, lay it all flat on the ground, then lift it up and attach it in various places so that we can go through and staple the whole thing after we stretch it. We don't have the room for that. I can't lay it flat on the outside of these T-posts. So really, I'm gonna have to just pick it up and haul it. But I strategically chose to do this line first. This is about 280 feet or so, all the way till I get to the corner down at the bottom. Once I get to that corner, I have to start going down hills, wrap around corners, things like that. Well, the spool of wire is gonna be a whole lot less weight than when I start off with it when I'm going around those corners and down the hills. So this is how the stretcher goes. It's attached right there along the whole fence. Then we're gonna take a ratchet strap, attach it to the four-wheeler, and just pull it tight. Now, if you had like a come along or something, it's pretty much the same thing, except this keeps you from stretching the wire very badly.
Here we go. City boy, won't you come with me? I'm gonna show you around if you want me. Driving down the dirt road, nothing to lose. Gonna make this night last, it's time to cruise. Now I ain't about to move to the city, so listen to what I've got to say. Welcome to country, what do you see? Take a look around, this is where we're gonna be. Welcome to country, look at this view where the green grass grows and the sky's so blue. Welcome to country.
Shannon is finishing the very last bit of wiring. Oh, wow. Okay. So this little piece is kind of just junk. It's junk because this is where a gate is going to be. We just can't afford the gate right now. But everything is posted up and ready for it. We had some scrap wire left over and we just put it in front of this until we can afford it and install a gate. But everything's done. Nope, he just wants to be free.
You're free! Oh, you okay? Come on, old man. He deserves it. This is what I wanted him to, before he passes away, he's not on his deathbed or anything, but he's 12 years old, is to be able to have acres to run.
Yep.
Come on, Wally. Best day of his life. You look a little limpy, though.
We got one dog has been passed out from running so much. Another dog, he's just a good dog. He's good.
She was chasing the four-wheeler.
She was chasing the four-wheeler.
This is what I wanted, and to be able to roam free.
And this is our reward.
Oh, and the crab legs and the shrimp.
And the crab legs and shrimp. I said any food goes tonight. We busted our butts.
I'd love for someone else to cook it for me, but I don't want to pay the money.
No.
And I can do it just as well.
So the last 3 days that you have witnessed in the last video was a lot of labor. Technically 4 days because we ended up working on Easter that we weren't originally planning on doing. So we ended up doing about 700 linear feet of fencing, going up and down hills, round turns, all sorts of crazy maneuvers. And it's very tiring work. Miss Penelope still lying on her babies. So today is going to be more of a day of rest and recuperate. But how can I rest and still be productive? The answer is going to be right here at the burn pile. I can get rid of this entire burn pile today while not using so much energy. I'm hoping by the end of my vacation, we're going to be able to move all the ducks into the duck house and have their spot ready. I believe we have found our broody chicken. Yep, there she goes under the stairs. Back to her nest. Our broody friend has company. And he's wondering where his ladies went. Well, now we have 2 broody chickens under our stairs. We got 1 and 2. So today I was able to be productive while being lazy. I got all the wood burned, so now I can set up the electric fence tomorrow. I got a couple trees to remove, but I also got the door for the duck house installed. I'm just setting it up to make sure that it's going to be light activated. Turns on. It's supposed to open in the morning, close at night, depending on the light. So we'll check on that. But it's actually starting to rain right now. Perfect timing, because I'm going to go edit the last video.